Hello, leaders. Dan Loney here. We have a special guest today, longtime friend, Ryan Walter, who is no stranger to the hockey world. Stanley Cup champion, played on Team Canada, um, has coached in the NHL. He's done it all. So NHL Man of the Year. And our group is all about leadership. That's what we like to talk about. That is Ryan's passion. And with Ryan's experience of probably 3 decades now, Ryan, in hockey over NHL and playing and coaching and all of that, I thought of this situation as very relative to COVID right now. Uh, you've been a team captain. I think you were the youngest NHL captain back in the day with Washington. But let's create the scenario. You're down 3-1. It's game 7 of the Stanley Cup, and you're going into the third period. What matters the most coming from you as a leader? And how can leaders apply this in their organizations today?
Yeah, great question, Dan. Love that question. I think the first thing that you do as a captain in the room is the first thing is your demeanor, and so your confidence, your inner game, we call it, has to be on. And I don't think you jump right into talking to the team right away. You let the guys settle in. They get their skates loosened off. I'm taking you right in the dressing room now. They're sucking back water or Gatorade or whatever it is. And then the conversation tends to go this way. It's very simple. Stay with the fundamentals. And I think that's maybe, we're talking about transferring this into business and into life. Stay with the fundamentals, guys. Stay with our game. Because the structure of the game can't be changed at that point. Typically, it's not a structural change you're looking for. What you're looking for is a heightened awareness. So with that heightened awareness, typically things would be said in the dressing room like, "Come on, boys, just up the energy a bit." The other thing that often is said in dressing rooms is, "Come on, boys, our best game's going to beat their best game." So it's not about us competing. It's about us getting our best game on the ice. And that's really the focus of that in-between period. So it's not a structural change. You don't change the power play. You don't change the way you're doing things. You increase your energy and really sort of try to increase that team, focus together of how you're going to get your game on the ice. The way it connects, Dan, obviously in COVID is perfect. You have the perfect question, because I think that we're all pivoting and we're adjusting how we do our business, but the fundamentals stay the same, don't they? I mean, it's not like we're going from a financial business like you have, and now you're going to get into garbage. I mean, that's not what you're doing. You're tinkering with the pivot, with the fundamentals of your business. And I think that this idea of heightened awareness is powerful. And I think that COVID's brought that. It's actually ratcheted down and ratcheted up heightened awareness of, hey, I need to really turn this thing up because, in Canada last month, 25,000 people lost their job. So a heightened awareness of the end is really the goal of the dressing room speech. And I've seen that happen, especially, in Stanley Cup finals, where that's all we focused on.
Interesting. You remind me of, I read Tony Dungy's book, the NFL coach, and he talked about a Super Bowl that they were in and they were losing, I think by a couple touchdowns at halftime. He went before the team and said, "Look, we're losing because you are not focusing on the fundamentals that I've taught you. Let's just go back to don't worry, don't freak out. Let's just go back to the fundamentals." Yep. And focus on that, and we'll be okay. And they ended up winning the Super Bowl. So to your point, that is extremely important. Is there anything else that you would add to that for leaders at this time that
No, I just reiterate what you just said, and let's put it in 2 points, because two is always easy to remember.
Yeah,
Stick with the fundamentals. So that's the speech in the dressing room, and just increase energy. So heighten the awareness. I always think, Dan, a heightened awareness of the end is a very powerful hope and a very powerful energizer. And especially with a Stanley Cup final, you've only got one shot at it sometimes in your career. So a heightened awareness of the end sometimes pushes us, to be the best we can be.
yeah. Okay, fantastic. So Ryan, this is going out to leaders across the country. And if somebody's in a situation where they would like this communication, this message to be brought to their organization, are you available to deliver a message like that? Does
Yeah,
that work where you can come in and whether it's Zoom or whatever? And because I think we've got a lot of people out there that are just, they're concerned about the fog, that we're in a
yep,
big, huge confusion of fog of what's the future, just like in a hockey game. So is that
yeah.
something that you would be able to do, deliver that message?
Thank you, Dan. 100%. We're doing, we call it re-energizing
Yeah,
people, and that's really the big word right now with COVID. And Dan, we have 5 specific models that we built for our new book
yeah,
that we're using in webinar form to do lunch and learns for companies across Canada. And those 5 half hours are very powerful, very re-energizing. So it's just through Loney. You can get my information, or just ryanwalter.com. Send me a note.
perfect, perfect. Well, thanks very much. Taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you and I are living on Zoom these days, and hardly time to have lunch or anything else, but just appreciate the time and the message that you've communicated to our leaders. And hopefully in the future, we can do this again sometime.
Love to do more of them. Thanks, Dan.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. Bye for now.